it's the Anything Goes podcast, man. It's your boy Sean Peoples. I'm here with my brother, Mr. Razor. I'm here with my brother, Demby. Yo, people, if you like what we got going on, you like our vibes, you like the movement, like, subscribe, share, man. Comment in the comment section. Hit the notification bell so you can keep up with everything that we got going on. And jump up in the community tab and vote on all the situations, all the issues you see we got up there, man. Vote like your life depend on it. That's what I like to say, but it really doesn't. I just like saying that. So let's go up there and drop a little voting. See if you're thinking the same way as majority of the AGP family or not. But anyway, let me start this discussion with my brothers, man. What's going on with y'all brothers real quick? How you doing, Demby?
All is well, my brother. All is well. Up, up.
True. Mr. Razor, what's good, man?
Hey, man, chilling, man. I'm here. Another day.
You know, that's how it goes, man. So, we've been all keeping up with the George Floyd case, right? So I know y'all noticed that the officer, we already know he was going to ask for a retrial, but you notice that he's asking for a retrial now on the basis that he saw one of the jurors in a Black Lives Matter t-shirt, and I guess he was also at a rally before the whole case was going on. So do we think that there's room for a retrial, first of all? And secondly, do we think he's going to get a retrial? Because just because we don't think it's a room for retrial doesn't mean that he won't get one. What do you think, Demby?
Yeah, I think that's the optics may look bad, but there's no room for no retrial. Will he get one? Maybe. Does he deserve one? No, not at all. I think that the jury has spoken, and it's multiple people on the jury. You cannot just take one person and then try to overturn a whole case in your mind and call for a retrial. It doesn't work like that. In his defense, the optics is really bad. I think that we would be beating down the door if it was the other way around, if it was a reverse racism where a black man get convicted and a white man wearing a shirt saying that, hey, skinheads, or whatever they want to say with their kind of gesture when it comes to their white power. But as far as a retrial, you have all these other jury that stood firm, watch the video, take everything in consideration, and convict you. Now, you was convicted on the premise of video evidence, all other standbys that walk up and try to tell you, hey, you can stop now. You had other first responders who walked up to you and said, hey, I think this is enough. You ignore all of that. Your negligence as a police officer led you down the path of no return.
Yeah.
So now you asking for a retrial is to try to get yourself out of a situation that you created entirely by yourself, and no, you don't deserve a retrial. Will you get one? Probably not.
Yeah, I would say that being a skinhead and wearing a Black Lives Matter t-shirt is I guess the up in the eyes of the whoever wants to say that this person is not guilty will make a correlation with both of them. But one is telling you that they're racist, and the other is saying, hey, our lives matter, so stop killing us or stop doing certain things to us. So it's I guess the optics is real, but there's two different mindset. One is please leave us alone, and the other is we hunting you. But
Right.
Razor, yeah,
Oh.
Razor, what do you think?
Yeah,
I think that
I think that
or is it what?
I think they've been fishing around this whole trial to try to find a reason to come up with this guy getting a retrial. I think that like you said, I think it's two different optics when it comes to the trial, because we're saying that we want equal rights. We want to be treated fairly, and that's what we wanted. So with him wearing that t-shirt, it doesn't to me, that's nothing at all. It's not even a topic for conversation for me, because it's not like the guy's going around being a racist or saying something derogatory, or it's what he's just saying. Hey, we want equal rights. We want to be treated fairly. And that has no premise in my mind for even consideration for a retrial. Any judge look at that should just laugh at it and just say, hey man, get it out of here, because that's just crazy to me. But like I said, if they do give him a retrial, I wouldn't be surprised, but that's just total nonsense to me.
It's funny. Demby does make a good point with the optics, though. It does like into the eyes of the beholder, or to a person who wants to find an excuse anyway. Say that, hey man, he got on a Black Lives Matter t-shirt. But that type of stuff is definitely real. But the fact that we're saying is that that's just an excuse for them.
Yeah.
They just making up an excuse so they can say something. And then to back to what you were saying, is that any judge should laugh at it. Man, I think you're forgetting where we live at.
Yeah.
They're not gonna laugh at it. This to the three of us, this was a open shut case. But to many people in America, it wasn't. Plain and simple, it wasn't a open and shut case to them. Whatever happened to George Floyd should have happened, because George Floyd was a boogeyman. But back to Demby. You was trying to answer what I was saying earlier, Demby. What were you trying to throw in?
Yeah, I was saying, you could draw the parallel, to the Proud Boys then. If somebody wear a Proud Boys t-shirt, you know what I mean? And the viewpoint of it is that was bad judgment by the juror, because we've been.
He didn't wear it during; he wore it before. That's like
Right.
me and you wearing a Black Lives t-shirt. And I have a Black Lives t-shirt. I wear it around. Somebody take a picture in it, and then correlate it to me giving a white man a guilty sentence.
Right, and that's where that's where the problem lies. Wearing it before. Because when you do jury, to do jury work, they have to find the cleanest, as far as no bias at all. So they have to run everything where they should run everything, and make sure that there's not a picture out there with you supporting one side or the other, which is difficult. I understand it's difficult. But when you look at it, it does send a biased message when you do look at it. Now, we're all in agreement. I think that the man is on camera. The man murdered George Floyd. It is plain as day in our eyes. But we got to look at things not through the lens of a narrow scope lens. We got to look at it in a broad scope lens of what the judicial system is made and intend for. And it is intend for fair and equal treatment. Even though we don't get that, I understand that. But a juror that's wearing a Black Lives Matter t-shirt already state where he stands on the situation, because all of this erupted after George Floyd's death. So that's what I'm saying. The optics is bad. Now, do he deserve a retrial? No, absolutely not. The evidence is strong and firm. He doesn't deserve one. Will he get one? I doubt it. And I hope that we don't regress as a country, as a nation, by answering to this rhetoric, in the total scheme of things. But in the microscope, he does have a point. That juror had bad judgment, and he should have known that he took this photo, or somebody took it. He wore this shirt before. So somebody should have reminded him. He should have looked into it and be like, hey, I can't be a part of this, because I did wear Black Lives Matter shirt. I did went to the rally. That right there is showing a bias part of the situation, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, I mean, The Black Life, not Black Life, Proud Boys are categorized as a racist organization through the feds and through the feds in America. So I couldn't correlate them with a T-shirt saying Black Lives Matter either. But I do understand what you're saying, and I guess it's the view of the other side that you're presenting, what they would be saying, because they definitely will be saying all type of stuff, all of this stuff that you're saying. That's exactly what they would be saying. But you know, does it make it because they have an argument to say that, does that make it right? No. Should he have wearing a Black Lives Matter T-shirt? I don't see why not. Black life does matter. A person can walk down the street and wear All Life Matter T-shirt or Asian Life Matter T-shirt, and people wouldn't correlate the same thing with that. But they have demonized the phrase Black Lives Matter. So to make it seems like it's a racist phrase, to make it seems like, you know, we're saying nobody else lives matter but Black Lives Matter, which is not true. But we know that to be a bunch of crap. So Razor saying that he think he won't get sentenced, he won't get a retrial, and Denby basically saying you think he won't get a retrial too. And I think that the judge paved the way for him to get a retrial from the trial was going on. So I think that I think he will get a retrial. You know, I'm hoping that I'm wrong, but I think he will get a retrial because I'm paying attention to the case and I've been watching the case, and the judge been paving the way for him to get a retrial. Basically, you know, dropping breadcrumbs. You know, have you been paying attention to the case, Mr. Razor? What do you think?
Yeah, definitely. I think like you said, he's been dropping little, like you said, breadcrumbs the whole way along in the case. So, you know, if he did it, I you know, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised, but he shouldn't. You know, a guy wearing a Black Lives Matter T-shirt, that in my mind, you know, and he's just wanting equal rights. I don't think that has no stance in, you know, the optics. I don't see that optics in my mind because, you know, like you said, it's not like he's being racist or anything, you know, but I do understand how it might look from the other side. But that optics to me, I can't see it because it's me wanting equal rights. It's me saying I want it to be treated fairly. Is me seeing a video that clearly is murder, that in my hands, you know, shouldn't even go to trial. You should just get sentencing. But you know, everybody got to go through the proper channel and the system. But you know, it has no stance to me, man. It's one of them things where it's practically laughable to me, and it, you know, that it has no stance.
Yeah, I think I said something earlier. I think we all eventually said it earlier that the views are not really from us. The views that we see it clear and cut already, but the views are definitely from the other side, you know. And I've been watching the news and watching people talk, and it's clear that some of them feel, hey man, Black Lives Matter T-shirt is a Ku Klux Klan hoodie, so they feel like, you know, that guy might have chosen to say that man was guilty because of that. But Demby, watching the news and keeping up with what's going on, seeing the judge drop a little breadcrumbs here and there, you sure that you think he won't get a retrial?
No, I'm not sure. Like, I don't think, you know, it's a sure thing because, like you said, he's been dropping caveat, breadcrumbs, all of that stuff, and he gave him even advice. So you know, where have we ever heard that? You know, I can't make this up, and I don't think that makes sense. And I think that, you know, he could get a retrial. He could, based off how the perception of the higher powers that be view this, and we are outnumbered. So I wouldn't be surprised. My personal and humble opinion say he shouldn't. I think everything was clear as day. Everything was already laid out in a court of law, and it was more than just public opinion. You got tried in the courts. Now, the matter at hand is this Black Lives Matter T-shirt. That is an issue. I think that anyone who is fighting for the opposition will look at that and be like, he shouldn't be one of the juries on there. Now, I get it. Black Lives Matter T-shirt is a rallying cry. It is a rallying cry. A lot of people on the other side may have empathy towards it. We sympathize because we live it. As Black men every day, we live that, you know. But if we're going to go by the Constitution and how all these judicial system is portrayed and what it's supposed to stand for, wrong, right, or indifferent, I think wearing that shirt put a stain on the whole outcome of it as far as biasness is concerned. That is, in my opinion, I would draw it to be fact, but I understand that people life and people opinion and their experience draw their own conclusion, and someone life only got to make sense to them. Now, I'm telling you, he doesn't deserve a retrial. This is me from my view. This my life is making sense to me, and my words is making sense to me. He doesn't deserve a retrial. You're caught on camera committing a murder, posing with your head in your pocket. The same thing Colin Kaepernick did years ago when he warned, like, this is what's coming. They ignored it. But those same powers that be may look at it and be like, hey, look, we can pull this old adage that jury has to be fair-minded and has no inkling of this being any biasness. So that's my stand, my brother.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at it from the well, I never really look at it from their side, but I do know when they pay attention to the news enough to hear the stuff that they say, and I do occasionally read comments in comment section of seeing them talk and what their rationalization for stuff that happens. And yeah, you're right. They will use every inch, anything they get, they'll use to justify their means, and that's just the fact of it. You know, do I feel like he was guilty? Yeah, I mean, I watched the video, so of course.
Absolutely.
Do I feel like that he should have been sentenced? Yeah. And do I feel like he should get a retrial? Not by the hair on my chin, but you know, who knows? This is America. We have seen worse. We have seen stranger. We have seen there's even times when we've seen the abnormal happen. You know, I was kind of shocked to see him get sentenced. So, you know, him getting a retrial wouldn't be too far-fetched either. So I guess we'll see how it plays out in the next few weeks or the next few months. I do know that they did the grand jury, I think today, did said that the next officers should go to trial, and I think the feds are taking over their cases. So we'll see what happens with that too. But yeah, man, it's the Anything Goes podcast, man. I'm here with Mr. Razor. I'm here with Demby. Let's having a conversation about, you know, the climate, what's going on in America, what's going on around the world. Now, you may not agree with us, or you may agree with us. Jump in the inbox. Let us know what you think. Give us your opinion. All opinions are welcome. And I know that some of you keyboard clans member are going to jump in. So you can always come in. We always welcome you guys to run your Twitter fingers. You know, exercise them. Don't have a problem with that. Yeah, man. To keep up with everything that we got going on, like, subscribe, share, comment in the comment section. Hit the notification bell so you can keep up with everything that we got going on. Jump in the community tab and vote. And man, let some of the ads play, you know? Some of the ads play. You see ads playing on the channel. Let some of them play. We out of here, man.